In January 2023, a quiet Frenchman overtook Elon Musk to become the richest person on Earth. He wasn't a tech founder, a crypto gambler, or a Wall Street titan. He didn't sell cars that drive themselves or rockets that fly to Mars. He sold handbags, perfume, champagne, watches, fashion. His name was Bernard Arnault, and his empire, LVMH, had grown into the most powerful luxury group the world had ever seen. But the real story isn't just about wealth. It's about how one man turned the timeless allure of luxury into a global business machine worth over $500 billion. So how did Bernard Arnault climb to the very top of the billionaire ladder? And what can his story teach us about power, patience, and the psychology of desire? Arnault was born in 1,949 inches, Roubaix, an industrial town in northern France, far from the glamour of Paris runways. His father ran a small construction business, and young Bernard seemed destined for a practical career. After graduating from the prestigious École Polytechnique, Arnault joined his father's company, Ferret-Savenel. But Arnault was no ordinary engineer. He was ambitious, calculating, and fascinated not just by building structures, but by building empires. He convinced his father to sell the construction division and focus on real estate. That pivot alone showed something crucial. Arnault's gift was spotting undervalued assets and transforming them into gold. The turning point came in 1984. Arnault, then in his mid-30s, heard about a struggling French textile company called Boussac, which happened to own a small fashion house named Christian Dior. Most investors dismissed it as a money pit. Arnault saw treasure. With the help of financing, he bought control of the company, ruthlessly cut costs, and revitalized Dior. That move became his blueprint. Acquire distressed or undervalued luxury brands, impose discipline, and turn them into profit engines. In Arnault's own words, luxury goods are the only area in which it is possible to make luxury margins. From Dior, Arnault's ambition scaled to something unprecedented. In 1987, he engineered the creation of LVMH by merging Louis Vuitton, the iconic French luggage maker, with Moet Hennessy, the famed champagne and cognac group. It was a bold bet that fashion, wine, spirits, and leather goods could sit under one corporate umbrella. Many scoffed, how could such different businesses coexist? Arnault proved them wrong. Through relentless acquisitions, LVMH absorbed brands like Givenchy, Tag Heuer, Bulgari, Dom Pérignon, and eventually Tiffany & Company. By the 2000s, LVMH wasn't just a company, it was the luxury world itself. At its peak, Arnault's empire became synonymous with global aspiration. In Tokyo, Shanghai, New York, and Dubai, gleaming Louis Vuitton boutiques drew lines of customers. Dior shows became cultural spectacles. Champagne sales surged in booming economies. Arnault himself became known as the wolf in cashmere, impeccably dressed, soft-spoken, but ruthlessly competitive. In 2023, LVMH crossed $86 billion in annual revenue, dwarfing rivals and cementing its place as Europe's most valuable company. But Arnault's rise wasn't without crisis. In the 1,990 seconds, he waged brutal battles for control over Gucci, Hermes, and other rivals, earning criticism for his aggressive tactics. Many in France accused him of being cold, overly ruthless, even un-French in his capitalist style. And in the digital age, some wondered whether traditional luxury would fade in relevance as younger generations turned to experiences over goods. But Arnault anticipated the shift. He embraced celebrity collaborations, from Rihanna's Fenty partnership to Louis Vuitton's work with Pharrell Williams and Supreme. By tying timeless brands to modern culture, he made luxury both heritage and hype. The aftermath of Arnault's vision is staggering. Today, LVMH controls over 70 brands and dominates nearly every category of luxury, from champagne to jewelry to haute couture. Arnault himself carefully groomed his 5 children to take roles within the group, sparking speculation about succession in what may become the world's most valuable family dynasty. Meanwhile, his fortune, once unimaginable for a European industrialist, made him richer than Musk, Bezos, or Gates. The irony? Arnault achieved it not by chasing the future of technology, but by mastering the psychology of status, scarcity, and desire things that never go out of style. The lessons from Bernard Arnault are profound. First, undervalued assets in unfashionable industries can become the crown jewels of tomorrow. Second, consolidation done with discipline can create empires larger than the sum of their parts. Third, luxury isn't about price tags, but about narrative and emotion. A handbag is leather and thread, but sold as a dream, it becomes priceless. And finally, Arnault teaches us that patience and long-term vision often beat the flashy risks of tech speculation. While others rushed into dot-coms or crypto, he built an empire on foundations centuries old and still growing. From small-town France to the pinnacle of global wealth, from saving Dior to conquering the world's most prestigious brands, Bernard Arnault's journey is the story of power in its most elegant form. He proved that luxury isn't just fashion, it's business strategy, culture, and psychology combined. And the question now is, will Arnault's children carry the torch and keep LVMH on top? Or will the empire face its own reckoning when the wolf in cashmere finally steps aside?